Okay, here's some pike roe that I took out of a pike that I caught ice fishing a few days ago. And we're gonna attempt to make some pike roe caviar. Just, I guess, improvised for the real stuff. But very interesting recipe. First thing to do is to take some lukewarm water to mix some salt into it. I don't really measure this, I kind of just do it to taste. So I'll stir it in. If it's salty enough to my taste, that's fine. You don't want to make it too salty. The next thing we're going to do, the pike roe, this is half of the roe actually from one pike, small pike that weighed about just under 6 pounds. It comes with very thin skin on the outside of it that holds all these eggs together. I try to remove some of that. It's not necessary, but preferably I try to get as much as I can removed. In order to do that, I'm going to run some really hot water just right along it for a few seconds. And then I'm going to slowly tear it open and get the eggs exposed to the salt water that I'm going to marinate it in for about half an hour. This just helps to get that skin detached a bit. And once that's done, you could go through and try to remove all the skin, but it's really tough. And in order to get these eggs, the pike lay their eggs into grass. And their eggs stick to the grass, so their eggs are really sticky. They have like a slime that's almost like glue. We're going to remove that later on in the process, but basically they're really hard to get off of this thin skin here. So skin is perfectly edible, and like I said, if some people don't like it, they can take a time to remove it. I just kind of get it opened up here, so everything's going to be properly exposed when I marinate it. And I'm going to put that all straight into that saltwater solution that I made, that brine. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir this in for a while like this. And when we're done stirring it, I'll come back in about half an hour or so and continue the rest of the process. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to strain out all the water and brine, and we're going to be left with just the roe. So basically this takes a while. What you want to do is get all this slime, which is like a glue, you want to get it all out of there, and that takes a while. So basically you just do this, and probably take about 10 or 15 minutes to get it to a point where there's almost nothing coming out of it. If you leave this in here, it just adds to a weird texture, which caviar already has inherently a bit of a weird texture. Probably what chases most people away from wanting to taste it, the fact that it has a strange texture, the fact that it isn't cooked as well. So far, out of everyone I offered it to, only one person has been willing to try it. The person who tried it actually liked it, but for the most part, most people will have issues trying to eat something that looks like this. And when we're done with this, we're going to add some more flavor to it. I'm going to add some smoke spice, which I'll get to in a couple of minutes. Okay, the caviar is drained pretty much here. We're going to put it into a little container. And we're going to add, this is some commercially available smoke spice used in making different stuff like almonds, smoked almonds and whatnot, commercially available. So I got some, and I mixed that in nicely into my caviar right here. And basically we're going to let this sit in the fridge for about 24 hours or so before we eat it. It could be eaten on a cracker or a slice of bread. I can chase it with a lot of chilled vodka or some tequila. Nice golden color. It's got a nice smoky smell to it now. Ended up one of those, well, half of the row of that pike ended up producing just about 90 grams of caviar.